Sorry, my camera accidentally got cut when I hit a button. So we'll continue on with the 4 foundations of how does learning happen. So we'll start with belonging. As I mentioned, this is the welcoming area where children are going to come in. They're going to spend some time with their parents. They're going to be greeted by the person at the desk by name. Anything that they need to get ready, they can do so at here. You can learn all about the staff they're going to engage with and the people in the program on this area here, creating a sort of welcoming environment. And they're ready, when they're ready to come inside, of course they can, but they've got that time to kind of spend out there and get their things together. Each child, when they come in, will have their own cubby with their own belongings, their own name, and their own space where they can keep their things. And the teacher, of course, will come in and welcome them when they do arrive by name. So that creates a sort of warm, welcoming atmosphere and really gives children the impression that they belong here. And at that point, the parents are going to probably go. The teacher is going to help them find an activity, something they want to do, talk to them about how they're feeling and kind of welcome them into the class that way. So this is really welcoming for not just the children, but for the parents. So it gives a sense of belonging for the entire family. And, when children see that their family is welcome, they know that they're welcome, and it's kind of a safe space for them as well. So that's really great. The next one is well-being. Based just upon the environment itself, you can see that the walls are all white. There's a lot of sun and light that comes into the building. So it creates a sort of calming, spacious, open area that helps children to feel relaxed and at peace so that they aren't overwhelmed and they can focus and are better able to learn and self-regulate. Outside, the area has a lot of space and for physical activity and things to do, which of course is good for their health and their emotional well-being. So collectively, they should have a lot of room, a lot of light, a lot of nature that they can kind of engage with, even when they're inside or, of course, when they're outside as well. Expression can be represented in lots of different areas. The children, as you can see, have a lot of different interesting centers that they can play with. And this gives them, a lot of different choices to play and engage however they prefer. And then they can have, many different choices. So they're able to express themselves in a way that they feel it represents them. And, they are encouraged and valued in that they are able to choose what they want. They're not going to be restricted to what the teacher thinks they need. They can kind of wander around and find, whether they want to be busy and loud, they want to paint, they want to look outside, they want to be quiet and read a book, play with many different things. All of these things are available to them and they're able to express themselves however they see fit. This directly ties in with the next one, which is engagement. With having all of these different centers available, the children have many choices from art to building, sensory play, both inside and of course outside. They can play with books. They can sit in the quiet area with friends or by themselves. They can be alone, they can be with friends, they can be busy, they can be loud, or they can be quiet. They may even be able to use the whiteboard if the teacher permits for some more artistic feeling that way. And then, of course, they're able to choose. They have many choices. They can decide for themselves. And when they're deciding, they're usually happy because they're choosing something that they really like to do. And that allows them to be engaged, right? If you like what you're doing, you're going to be engaged in what you're doing. If you don't like what you're doing, you're probably not going to be engaged because you don't want to do it. You're not excited. So with all of these beautiful choices, they have so many options to really enjoy themselves and be engaged in what they are doing. And they won't likely become bored. Of course, the tools and the items could be switched out depending on the themes and the child's interest to kind of keep that engagement going, right? Everything gets boring at a certain point if it doesn't change. So, that would be something to incorporate as well. Although, of course, you can't really show that in the model. So I think that kind of covers everything. I hope you appreciate all the hard work I put into this. I had a lot of fun making it, although I will be honest, it took 2 full days to do, but I put a lot, as you can see, into the details you know, in everything, even coloring the art materials and decorating them and drawing the sinks and putting the plants. So I really feel like this represents my design and my idea quite well. And I'm very happy with the way that that everything turned out. So I would really actually quite love to have this as my childcare center for my preschool. So I hope that you've enjoyed seeing it with me, and thank you.